Excuse me, Paisley. Is it really true that you and Ian went on a trip to that super expensive resort? How dare you go there without his wife? You're a jerk. What? Belle? So this is what they call the mother-in-law always bullying their son's wife. Leaving me home all alone while you take your son out to have some fun? You're the worst mother-in-law ever, Paisley.
Now, hold on just a moment. Please calm down. That was the present I received from Ian. I don't think he meant to leave you out of our trip like that.
Huh? For Mother's Day or something?
Last year, all he got me was a bouquet, which I was still very much happy about. But this year, he wanted to do something more for me. After all, this year I'm turning 60, and so he told me this was both my Mother's Day present and my birthday present combined into one.
The worst! Forcing your son to pay for such an expensive present? Are you not embarrassed to be doing that to your own child at your age?
What?
I know that you didn't like the bouquet that he got you last year, and that's why you forced him to do this for you this year. Well, I'm in the same boat as you, only managing a bouquet from him last year as well. But I never forced Ian to have to pay for me to go to some expensive trip this year. Paisley, you really are the most greedy person I've ever known.
Wait a second, Belle. I did not force my son to give me any of that as a present, okay? He told me that he wanted to treat me to something nice this year, and that's why he spent the extra money on me.
Huh? And if you were a normal parent, you would have turned down such an expensive present. But instead you acted like an idiot, letting him do all of that for you.
Are you serious?
Ian is married to me now, and that means if he wants to pay for you to go on a trip like that, to such a fancy resort, he should be taking me along as well. Why didn't you bring anything up with him when you noticed I wasn't coming along with you guys? The fact that you only care about yourself having all the fun shows me you're a worthless mother-in-law.
A worthless mother-in-law? This was all my son's plan, and I had nothing to do with what he chose. And from what I've seen, I can tell that Ian already treats you with special care and attention, Belle. Just a little while ago, you had your birthday, right? And during that time, he took you out somewhere really fun, right?
Huh? He didn't take me anywhere at all for my birthday.
What? Is that right?
No matter how many times I asked him, he never took me anywhere like an expensive resort. Yet when it comes to you, he's totally fine doing that. It's all because of you I didn't get to go anywhere. He had to focus on saving money for you, that he totally forgot to care about my birthday. I don't care that he's running his own company now. You do not get to take advantage of his money like that. All you are is a parasite, trying to latch onto his skin.
A parasite?
Just let go of him already and go off to die somewhere by yourself. He's married to me now, and no longer your item to use. That also means that all of his money is now mine. You're not allowed to put even a single finger on our money now.
Hey now, I have not been trying to get to any of his money. All I did was let my son take me out on a special treat.
Shut up! I will not let you use your son like a convenient little ATM anymore, you old hag.
Excuse me?
Normally, after your son got married to me, the right thing to do would be to make some distance between you and us. Yet, instead, you've just been hanging around Ian all the time, acting like you can stay close as a part of our family. And now you've gone and left me out and run off with him? Stop stealing Ian and his money from me.
Ian, thank you so much for taking me to that wonderful resort as my birthday and Mother's Day present. But from now on, you don't have to put that much time and effort into me. From now on, I'd like you to focus on your wife more and take her out to places she really wants to go.
What? Take Belle, you mean?
It seems that recently the two of you haven't been going out much. I am happy that you're willing to make time to be with me and all, but I'd like you to spend time with your wife first, please.
Does this mean that Bill came and talked to you about something involving me?
Just a little. She seems to be getting pretty upset with how you seem to care more about me than her. I know very well that you care for me and want to show how much you appreciate me, but you should be doing the same thing for her as well. Next time, please take her on vacation.
If I could, I would love to take her out somewhere for a little while. But Bill is always so selfish when it comes to those sorts of things. And that's led to me no longer wanting to take her out anywhere.
What? What do you mean she's acting so selfish?
When it comes to Bill, she's not recently, but since we got married, it has been a bit odd. Every time I've tried to plan something out with her for a vacation, she becomes a real pain in my butt. All she talks about now is how she's the wife of a CEO. And that if we're going to go somewhere, it has to be where CEOs go with their wife.
What?
If the hotel or resort I choose for us isn't worth over $1,000 per night, she doesn't want to go. And when it comes to flights, if we're not in first class, we can't go. And if it's a cruise, we have to be in the suite rooms with unlimited food and alcohol involved.
So she really wants to have the most fancy of vacations with you.
Before, she was just happy to get flowers for me. But now that we're married, she tells me that flowers are useless because it's a pain to place them in a vase before tossing them. If that's the way she's going to act towards my gifts to her, then I'm not buying her any more presents.
I feel for you. It's not about the price of the gift, but the feelings that have been put into it.
I'm also the one making all the money in the household, and I already give her $5,000 a month to pay for groceries and things she wants to buy. Yet she doesn't see it that way and will ask me for another $2,000 every month so that she can go to the outlets. However, she's still getting on me about giving her such expensive presents, and it's just getting really tiring for me, Mom.
So that's how far things have gone.
And now I'm having to hear that she's upset about the present I gave to you? I'm really sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to get you involved in our private drama. I'm going to have a talk with her later about this.
I would like for you to do that, please. Just be careful not to get things too heated up, okay? You guys have a wedding finally coming up at the end of this month, so you both should be in love with each other when that time comes.
Do you think that Bill is having some trouble dealing with the reality of being married now? And that's why she's wanting to spend so much money and do things her way?
I hope that once the wedding is out of the way, she'll be able to finally calm down a bit. Now, good luck when you talk with her.
Thank you very much for attending my wedding today.
And thank you for inviting me to such a beautiful and emotional wedding. I wish for your marriage with Ian to be filled with love and laughter.
Thank you. And that is our plan. And in order for us to have love and laughter in our marriage, we're going to be cutting ties with you.
What? What did you just say?
As long as you're still around, he won't be able to stay happy. To be frank, you're in his way. Hence, why from now on, you are no longer able to talk or be around us. I don't even want to think about you texting with him anymore either.
Excuse me, but I don't think that I'm getting in the way of anything. Why would you even say something like that about me?
I have always been a bit worried about this. Ian is always thinking and caring about you more than anyone else. It's at the level where he's too attached to you that it disgusts me. That's why I'm taking the both of us away from you. That's my only option now.
No way.
I understand why he's so attached to you in that way that would disgust me. And that's because his father died a while back in that very sad accident. But if I don't step in right now to end things between you two, he's going to be used as your ATM forever. So this is the only choice I have left in order to save him.
I have never thought of my son as an ATM. I understand that my son is always thinking about me and at times will spend lots of money on gifts for me, but I have never asked him to do any of that for me.
Stop lying to me. Especially when I've seen him taking you on all sorts of really nice trips. He never takes me anywhere anymore, okay? So why the hell is he doing that for you? Something has to be going on there. I know for a fact that you've been forcing him into taking you to all of those fancy places.
Come on, Belle.
And I'm guessing that next you will be trying to use me as your slave or something. Well, I don't want to be treated that way by anyone.
What?
A little while ago, you tried to force me into caring for your needs, right? You're thinking that since you've already had your son giving you all of his money, the next thing you need is his wife. I'm not going to allow you to do that with me.
I have never once thought about making you my slave. Belle, could you please take a moment to settle down?
Shut your mouth! You're already taking full advantage of your son now, living the life of a freaking parasite. I will not trust anything that comes out of an old hag's mouth like yours.
I very much understand that you do not like me, Belle, but calling me a parasite and then coming to me about how you're going to cut ties to me now, I can't believe things between you and I have really come to this.
And I know that the whole time you had been spoiled by both your husband and your son, but I will not be doing the same things they did. This is the end of your fancy life of abusing your son's money for yourself. I will not allow him to ever take you anywhere or give you anything as a present again.
Belle.
I am not letting you get away with that toxic behavior just because your son is a CEO. Your son is now mine to use, which means all of his money that he can use on all of those expensive trips are mine. It's freaking absurd watching a woman like you get her way with her son just because he's a CEO. And that means I'm never going to even bother with you anymore. You're a parasitic old hag.
You have no clue who my mom is then, do you?
What?
Calling another person's mom a parasite? You have no right being such a bitch to her.
What? Huh? Is that you, Ian?
I forgot something at the wedding venue, and so I came back to get it before running into my mom here. That's when she asked me what all of this was about. You telling her that you and I will be cutting ties to her and everything?
Open your eyes, Ian. I'm telling you outright right now that you are overly attached to your mother. You never even bother to take me out of the house anymore. Yet you're always going places with her. Can't you see that all she's doing is using you as an ATM? And you're not doing anything to fight back.
You're the one who needs to open their eyes, Bill. Do you have any clue who you're trying to cut ties to right now? My mom is the founder of the company I run. She holds over half the stock that the company has and still helps make decisions for what happens with the company's future.
What? You're saying that Paisley is a shareholder for your company?
The reason I'm able to run such a stable and successful company is because of her. And back in the day, when this company first started, she was there to make sure everything went as smooth as possible. And then she let me take over the company, and that's how I got to this position. Yet you've been calling my mom a parasite this whole time.
Wait a second. What's going on here? What do you mean Paisley helped create that company with you? Huh? I thought that company was your father's creation, right? And you took it over after he passed away, right? All Paisley was a simple housewife to you guys, right?
The one who started this company from the ground up with my mom. In the past, my mom was the kind of person who enjoyed working as her hobby.
Are you kidding me?
And then after getting the company up and running, she finally married my dad. She was already pregnant with me at the time, and when she had to give birth to me, she let my dad take the company over. She told him that she wanted to focus on raising me, so she asked him to take the reins from her.
What?
But then my dad ended up passing away at the age of 50. By then, I was old enough to do my own thing as an adult, and instead of taking the company back, she let me have it. And she didn't want to be the CEO, so she made me that, and has just been sitting and helping from behind the scenes. The reason I have this company and am the CEO was all because of my mom.
No way!
And as the founder of this company, my mom has always held at least 40% of the stocks. And right now, she has close to 60% and is considered the company's biggest shareholder now. My mom could go on all those expensive vacations by herself if she really wanted to. There's no reason for her to be using me for my money when she has more than me to begin with. Yet now you're telling her we're cutting ties all because you think she's a parasite. You have no damn right that to your husband's mother.
But I thought... I didn't know.
I get that I'm closely attached to my mom. But what's wrong with that, huh? What's wrong with me caring about the woman who raised me and gave me my purpose and wanting to pay her back for all of that? As a person, as the company's founder, I respect my mom. Every time I spend time with her, I'm learning something new. That's why I'm always wanting to spend time going out with her. Tell me what's so wrong about that? She has been worried about you and I being married, all while she still thinks about my work and gives me advice in order to do my job right. What is wrong with me respecting her and treating her when she's been so caring towards me? If you are so upset with me giving her all the attention, then why don't you start trying to be a decent woman?
Me?
The only thing that's ever come out of your mouth since we got married is how much of my money you want to spend. And whether I want to talk about work and such, you ignore me saying you have no clue. And when I try to surprise you with flowers, you toss them in the garbage and moan about them. What about the way you behave makes you think that I want to treat you as someone special?
But look, I am your wife, right? Yet you've always been treating your mom with a lot more care than your own wife.
And I just told you why that is. It's because my mom acts more like a wife than you do. And because of that, I don't need you to be my wife anymore. Would you please leave me now?
What? What are you saying, Ian? We only just had our wedding and all of that.
Before I really did like you. But the way you've changed after we got married is far from what I expected. All you seem to care about is the fact that you're the wife of a CEO now. And that's just so boring and shallow to me. I don't care that we just had a wedding. I want the divorce now.
You can't be serious, right?
I'm going home with my mom and I'll be staying with her now. The next time you and I talk will be when I have the divorce papers. And let me tell you this right now. Nothing is going to change my mind about this.
Please, Paisley, do something to get your son to stop thinking about getting this divorce. Do something to stop him right now.
My son has had enough of you, Belle, and won't change his mind anymore. And guess who he reminds me of when he says that?
No way.
I think you both getting a divorce will be a great thing. Then you won't have to take care of me in my old age, right? I was never going to ask you to do that since I have enough money to put me into a home, but you know.
That's not at all what I want now, though. We only just got married not too long ago and just had the wedding. We literally just had our wedding, and I had finally become the wife of a CEO.
Belle, I think you're mistaken. When you become the wife of a CEO, you don't get to just run around spending all of his money. You get a job of your own then, and that's supporting his work and making sure he's in shape so that he can care for his company. But since you were not able to do that for him, you cannot be the wife of a CEO.
I was going to support him from here on out, though. And from here on out, if you ever need my help, I'll be there to watch out for you. I won't even call you a parasite anymore, okay? You and I can become a really close mother and daughter couple. So please, Paisley, do something about Ian.
Oh jeez. But the thing is, most normal parents would never get in between their child and their significant other during times like this. So I'm very sorry, but I'm not going to do anything. I can't.
What?
I am a very caring woman and would love to do something for you both. But you warned me before, right? Normal mothers will create some distance between themselves and you guys after you get married, right? So, I'm so sorry. You'll have to do something yourself now. I'm not going to open my mouth about your issues and will not be helping. Goodbye now.
Oh, wait. You're really going to just abandon me like this? If you do that to me, I'm going to tell everyone about it. Because of my mother-in-law always bullying me, we had to get a divorce.
What was that?
You think that's going to turn out well for a company founder? Surely, when that story starts to spread, the company's image will be ruined. The stock prices for that company will plummet, and there will be no more customers for your son. I'm going to make sure that everyone knows I was harassed by you when I married Ian.
Why would you start sending me texts like that, Belle?
That would ruin you, wouldn't it? If you don't want to have your life ended by me, you go and do something about your son right now. Mother-in-laws only exist to listen to what their son's wife has to say.
Threatening my mom over text, where she can use all the things you said as evidence later, is a really risky move.
What? Is that you again, Ian?
Did you really want things to be hell for you after the divorce?
No, I don't. I want to make up with you and end this divorce.
No. You just said you want to ruin my company's image as well as my mom's. Then go ahead. But that would not stop me from getting this divorce I've been wanting. And after the divorce, you'd be going to court to be sued by my mom and I for trying to defame us in our company.
What? You'd sue me?
Go ahead and lie about what's happened, because we have evidence right here. And if you want me to take things one step further, let me pull the transaction history from all my credit cards you used before we even got married. I have the evidence I need to prove that you only married me for my money and nothing else. Once I get one of the company's lawyers to help me with this, I'll make sure you have to pay me in this divorce. You think you can fight a CEO like me? Then come and try your best move on me.
Calm down, Ian. I was just joking about all of that.
Well, it was a very lame joke that nobody, not even yourself, laughed. I'm tired of your crap. Now sign the damn papers. If you ever try to get my mom wrapped up in your BS again, I'm going to make sure you never have a future.
Right after that, the divorce between Belle and my son was completed. And after that, both of Belle's parents came to me to tell me how sorry they were for their mentally troubled daughter. And at that time, her parents made sure to bring Belle along. And she began to break down, watching both her parents at my feet, begging for forgiveness. I like to think that she finally realized just how much her idiotic and selfish actions hurt everyone. And she was crying that whole time until her parents finally left. After they got back to the house, Belle's father did not let her into the house with them, and told her she was no longer a part of the family, and she was an embarrassment that almost ruined everything. Now she is out looking for a job with all of her energy, while crashing over at one of her best friend's house. Sometimes she will still call or text my son, asking him to get back together with her because she learned her lesson. But he would only reply by telling her that of course she's learned her lesson, but that does not mean she's meant to be the wife of a CEO. But now he just ignores all her calls and texts, as she doesn't even seem to understand what the simple comment means.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Tina, are you there? Don't you know you're about to be scammed with this wedding of yours? You have to go to the police right now. I'm serious.
Wait a second. Rachel, what in the world are you talking about right now?
I mean that I heard the big news while I was at the office today. I mean, about you finally getting married, that is. Also, wow, I can't believe that you're not married until right now. What are you, like 35 years old already? Man, you're an old maid. Do you know that?
Excuse me? I don't see what this has to do with anything at all. Thank you very much.
Look, this isn't even what I wanted to talk to you about, really. But I know that you're happy for your wedding. It's just, you need to know that you're being scammed right now. I mean it. I mean, do you really think that anyone in this world would actually marry someone like you? You need to stop all this nonsense and realize that no man would ever want to marry you, and that this has got to be a scam.
Well, thank you so much for wanting to look out for me, Rachel. But I know for a fact this isn't a scam. And there's nothing wrong with me getting married at the age that I am.
You know, every single person who has ever been scammed doesn't believe it's happening until it's too late. I'm just trying to warn you now, so that you don't make mistakes in the future. After all, I would hate for you to be made a fool of later.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
Oh, come on! You know that there's all kinds of stories of poor, old women always getting into these scam marriages. But I guess that just tells you something about lonely middle-aged women. All I'm saying is that you shouldn't rush into these kinds of things.
I'll have you know that I'm not rushing into anything at all. I've thought about what I'm doing, and we're already legally married on paper. In fact, we literally share a home together. So, in what way am I getting scammed right now?
Wait a second. You mean that you two already had your legal marriage? You signed all the paperwork and everything?
That's right. We did all of that sometime last week. We went to the courthouse and had a mini ceremony. It was really very nice. So, I really don't see how I'm being scammed at all.
Please tell me that you're lying to me right now. I mean, did you seriously get married? At your age? Well, I guess there really are a bunch of freaks out there who might be into that. But let me guess, you probably ended up with some nasty 70-year-old man or something like that, right?
Are you being serious right now? Did you really just ask me that?
Well, I'm just saying that you're already 35 years old, aren't you? It's not like any handsome young man would want to be with someone like you.
Actually, if you really must know, my husband is 7 years younger. So now you know that. And I'll let you know that he makes me very happy and is very happy to be with me. And you really don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, give me a break. Please tell me that at least that one was a joke. Are you telling me that you really tricked some poor young man into marrying you? I can't believe this. How could you do that to someone who has their whole life ahead of them? You really are just so selfish, do you know that?
Well, at least I'm not trying to talk bad at a marriage that I have no clue about. But anyways, if you could keep out of my private life, I would really appreciate it, you know? I mean, I should be clear with you that you're nothing but a coworker to me. So you really shouldn't be saying any of this to me in the first place.
Wait, just 1 second. Can you at least tell me what day it is that you're going to be getting married? I mean, you are still having a ceremony, aren't you? Please. I just want to know what day it is that you're going to be having your wedding with your husband.
If you really do want to know, we're going to be having our wedding at the end of next month. We're both very busy with work right now and won't have time until then. But just why would you want to know about that anyway?
Oh, I see. So you're going to be getting married at the end of next month, is that right? Great! Then I'll be sure to have my wedding around the same exact time as yours. And I'll be sure to invite everyone from work so that they'll all come to my wedding instead.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do here. Well, I was actually going to be giving everyone invitations to my wedding tomorrow.
Oh, that really is just so sad. Why would you even try to expose them to that? I mean, why force them to watch some sad old lady walk down the aisle? They'll all be watching you with pity, you know? But don't worry. That's why I'll have my wedding around then, so they can all forget about your crappy one. And then they can enjoy going to a wedding with an actually beautiful bride and not some old hag like you.
I have to say, Rachel, I didn't know that you were even planning on getting married before this.
Well, actually, I was just talking to my boyfriend and we agreed that we'd get married next month. He told me that he would do it whenever I asked him to. That's how much my boyfriend loves me. He would do anything for me and all I need to do is ask. So I'm going to be having my wedding on the exact same day as yours.
Oh, really? Well, thank you for telling me all of that, I guess.
Anyways, I've got to go now. I have lots of calls to make and reservations to arrange. So you just make sure everyone's in high spirits when it's finally time for my wedding, okay?
Tina, are you there? I'm so sorry for not answering your calls earlier. I was wrapped up with work and I wasn't looking at my phone at all.
Well, I just needed to talk to you a bit about the wedding is all. I was wondering how you felt about maybe choosing a new day to do it on.
Wait, what? You want to change the day of our wedding? But we've already booked everything for the day that we choose. I don't understand. We already printed out all the invitations with the original day on them. We can't just change things like this.
Yeah, I suppose you're right about that. It would be too much to try and change the day at this point, right?
I think it would. But what would make you even ask that in the first place? I mean, is there some kind of trouble at work that's popped up on the day we're supposed to be getting married?
Well, it is something, or rather someone at work, but it's nothing about actual work itself. I just have this really annoying coworker who said she's planning on having her wedding on the same exact day as ours.
Hold on a second. You have a coworker wanting to get married on the day that we're going to have ours?
Yeah. She wants to prove that nobody wants to go to a wedding for an old woman like me. So, to prove that, she's going to have her wedding on the same day and invite everyone from the office to hers. I guess she wants to show that she can throw a better wedding than I can.
But I mean, that's so cruel to try to ruin someone's special day for a reason that petty. And who cares at what age you're getting married at?
Well, I guess this coworker has a serious problem with me for some reason. I just really don't get it, to be honest with you. But I guess she just wants to have her fun making fun of me for being older than her at my wedding. She even told me that she's convinced our whole marriage was just a scam.
Wait, what? Did she really say that? What is this girl's problem? Why would she even say something like that? I assume that this girl's beneath you in the company, right? Just who does she think she is, doing all this?
I think she's the kind of girl who thinks that she can get away with anything she wants because she's pretty. She is always messing around at work and driving people crazy. And I guess she has a chip on her shoulder about her age. That's probably why she's so eager to try and prove that she can outperform me.
But that's crazy. You've been at the company for so long and you're such a hard worker. She doesn't really think she can just show you up like that, does she? I mean, doesn't she know that you've been Employee of the Year for basically the last 5 years?
I think that might be a part of why she hates me so much. And I think that this little stunt with our wedding just proves it. But I don't know. It just feels like she's always trying to bring me down, you know?
Well, I don't think that we should have to change the date of our wedding just to appease a little brat. And I know that the people from our office will come to our wedding.
But she's right, isn't she? I mean, I am just another old lady getting married to a younger guy. I don't know. Do you really think that anyone would want to go to a wedding like that? I really just can't see why anyone would want to see someone like me get married.
Stop all of that talk. Tina, you are my beautiful fiancé, and you're going to look even more stunning on the day of our wedding. Come on. Just think about how much we've been looking forward to this. You can't just let some random woman from work bring you down like this. I promise that we've already had people from your office saying that they will definitely be going there. So I don't think you have anything to worry about in terms of your coworkers showing up. We're going to be getting on that day we set, and that's it. I mean, did you even know that your boss called and left a long message about how excited and happy he was for the both of us? He also went on about how much you do for the company. I think that you have more people in your corner at work than you think, but I'm sorry that it didn't feel that way for you.
Wait a second. Did my boss really say all of those things? I had no idea.
Like I said, I think that you're more loved than you think over there, and we've got plenty of other similar messages from your other coworkers. A lot of them really look up to you and are really thankful that you're the one that showed them the ropes around there. So I don't think you have anything to worry about when it comes to people from work coming to our wedding. And besides, you know that no matter what, I'll do all that I can to make you happy. I wouldn't even mind quitting my job so that you can just concentrate on yours.
I don't know what to say to all of this. I guess I didn't even realize.
And that's why I'm here, to let you know that there are a lot of people out there who really love you and will be at our wedding.
I guess you're right. Now that I think about it, there was a lot of excitement when I made the announcement at work. I was afraid that nobody would want to go after what Rachel was saying, though.
Yeah, I mean, she sounds like a real pain in the neck to deal with. If I had to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever heard of someone doing what she's doing.
She actually showed up at our office not long after you left your position here. So I guess it's no wonder why you hadn't heard of her before now.
Well, either way, I think that you should just forget all about her and don't let her little stunt make us less excited for our big day.
You're right. Thank you so much for talking to me about this. I really can't wait to marry you, Cameron. We're so close to having everything ready. I know that we can do this.
So tell me, Tina, how does it feel today, huh? How does it feel knowing that nobody is going to show up to your lame wedding? I bet that you've been bawling your eyes out all day, isn't that right?
Oh, hey Rachel. Sorry, what are you talking about right now?
I just wanted to know how it felt to have your entire wedding venue completely empty. After all, I know that not a single person from the office would have shown up there, right? I doubt that anyone showed up to your wedding at all, actually. So tell me, do you finally get that you've lost? Do you finally understand that nobody wants to see an old hag like you get married?
Actually, that's kind of the same question I was wanting to ask you. How do you feel right now? Because everyone from work is already here. They've all arrived at the wedding.
What are you talking about? You must mean that they're all coming to my wedding so that they can watch me get married. After all, I picked out such an amazing dress that I just know I'm going to get so many compliments at work from it. And I've rented an extra large venue to hold everyone who's going to show up here.
You really think that many people are going to be showing up to your wedding?
I mean, certainly more people are going to be showing up at my wedding than your wedding. And just to think, all the hard work you put in is going to nothing. You even handed out your sad little invitations to everyone at the work. But, like I said, nobody wants to go to a wedding just to watch an old hag like you get married.
I'm sorry, but everyone here is just laughing so hard at you right now.
What are you talking about? What's that supposed to mean?
I mean that we just finished the ceremony and now we're all stepping out to get pictures taken. But everyone from work is here with me right now, like I said. And I'm telling them about the things that you're saying to me, and we're all just laughing right now.
I don't understand. What do you mean the people from work are all there, and they're laughing at me right now? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, everyone from work but you is here at my wedding right now. So you don't have to apologize for anything. Because after all, you didn't really do anything to stop or hurt my wedding at all.
Wait a second. How? I don't understand. Why is everyone at your wedding today? Don't they know that I'm getting married as well?
I think that they do. And that's why they all chose to come to my wedding instead of yours. So, anyways, what were you saying about wanting to know how it felt to not have anyone at your wedding? Because you were so full of yourself asking me that earlier, but now it seems like you've stopped being so high and mighty. But how about it? Do you want to tell me how you feel right now?
I don't! This doesn't make any sense at all. How could this be happening?
I don't know what you mean. I'm only asking what you asked me.
I mean, why aren't they all here at my wedding? Why are they at yours? Don't they know you're just an old hag?
Yeah, nobody at the office really feels that way about me at all. It took me a while to figure it out, but everyone is actually just so annoyed with how you act all the time. But now that it's all clear to me, I can see why nobody would choose to go to your wedding over mine.
But this can't be happening. They were all supposed to be here to see me get married, not you. How could they all do this to me? Don't they know that I'm so much cuter and prettier and better than you?
Hey, sorry you're having this little breakdown, but I actually have to get back to enjoying my wedding with everyone here.
Oh, shut up. You think this means anything? You think you're better than me because people showed up to your wedding? This doesn't mean anything at all. I'm still better than you. Everyone at work knows this. You won't get away with this, you know.
Are you sure about that? Because it kind of seems like I already have. But anyways, enjoy your sad, empty wedding. Like I said, I have people that need attending to here. I guess I'll see you at work though. Have a nice weekend. After that, I heard through the grapevine that Rachel ended up canceling her whole wedding. She even broke up with her fiancé, although I didn't even know who he was to begin with. After we all did return to the office, basically everyone there knew exactly what kind of person that Rachel was and the kind of things that she had said to me, and nobody wanted anything to do with her at all. Of course, since she ended up having to pay for all of her wedding plans, I heard that she basically just wasted a ton of money on this little scheme of hers. Now she can't even make eye contact with me and practically anyone in the office. She just sits at her desk working hard so she can pay off all the debt that she accrued planning her wedding.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.